So how to beat Dragonfly? Well, let me break it down for you. Alright, this first method is for players who've, basically don't know how to do anything. You know how to make, very basic gaming knowledge. Even if you've never killed a single boss in this game, this first method should help you. First thing you're going to want to do is collect about 5 marble suits. This is for one player who does basic 1 damage. 4 to 5, I'd say. These can be crafted at this nice alchemy engine. This is a different skin. For 6 marble and 2 rope. Next, you're going to want to also amass about 7 foot behemoths, made with 1 pigskin and 1 rope. This is... I already said this. If you're playing with multiplayer, everybody will need one of these. Anyway, next up you're going to want to choose your weapon. A handbat is generally a good choice. It will last the entire boss fight as long as you craft it beforehand. But you could also use dark swords if you're a bit more experienced. However, dark swords, you're going to have to make multiple, and I don't really like dark swords. The next thing you're going to want to do is construct this nice box. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfect, mine is pretty janky, because I hate computer controls, but you're going to want to at least make it about this big. I would recommend putting 2 holes in the back and front so you can exit before starting the boss fight in case you need to move any more gear in, as this is pretty much where you're going to be fighting the boss. So yeah. The next item you are going to need is called the Pan Flute, and it is found in this biome next to this statue of Glamr in the Pig King Forest. It is always found near Glamr, so you're going to want to pick that up. You can also craft them, but it's mandrakes, reeds, and rope, so this is pretty pricey and you can just get one for free. Whenever you blow it, it'll make everything go asleep around it. This will be important later in the boss fight. If you're playing a character that can't see in the dark, I'd recommend picking up a nice campfire inside of your little bunker, and also getting a few boards or logs for some fuel. Again, the boss fight won't generally last long enough for you to use all of your fuel, but it's nice to be prepared. Anyway, the last thing you're going to want to grab is some nice food. Meatballs is a great dish if you're not playing a vegan character or a Warley, and can be crafted with 3 berries and 1 meat. I'll put the recipes for this stuff up now. And pierogi. You're going to want to grab maybe 5 of these. You probably won't use all of this food, but it would be nice to be prepared. If you're playing with a group, just give them less. They will definitely not need all that. But yeah, we're ready to begin the boss fight.
What are those Neanderthals up to?
Anyways, patch up the back of your little hole and then run out the front to enrage Dragonfly. Simply lead them back into your little enclosure and start wailing on them. You should have enough armor to tank the entire fight, and voila, you pretty much already won. Just kidding, there's a few things that can go wrong. Also, I don't want to see any comments saying this doesn't help new players, because this is freaking teaching them how to beat the boss. I was arguing with somebody on the Clay Discord. They're like, this won't teach him how to play the game. Dude, you're freaking winning the boss. What do you want? When she reaches about 80% health, which you can't really tell on console, but for computer, if you have the mod, you can, she will start spawning in lava. What you want to do is instantly block up your little hole so the lava can't get to you and they'll just stupidly bounce into the walls. It is important not to get too close to the sides as they can still hit you through the walls sometimes, and also they burst into flames after a couple seconds. If you make your box too small, you're either going to get walloped by the lava or they're all going to blow up into fire and cook you alive. Excuse me. So yeah, just stay safe and try to stay near fires, because overheating is really where you're going to take the most damage from this fight. And continue to wallop on Dragonfly. Be alert for when her lava do start exploding though. Once all of them explode, she has a chance to go in rage, which is very obvious in this big fiery animation. You're going to want to put her to sleep instantly, or she can do an attack that will destroy all of your walls and probably go through your armor and kill you. So yeah, it's a pretty dumb mechanic, but you can take the opportunity where you put her to sleep in order to heal, refuel your fire, or just get your bearings before continuing the fight. She won't stay asleep forever though, so just do everything quick. Yeah, I always recommend you to be hot on the pan flute, have it in the slot you're going to use, or have your mouse hovering over it. Whatever you can do to use it pretty much as soon as she goes enraged. Yeah, that's really the only hard part of the fight. You can just tank and eat food whenever you need to, and you should be good. The box method can take a while, and it is quite pricey with marble, but I'm going to go over another method that'll help you save. But yeah, it's pretty easy once you like get everything, and it's pretty, I don't know, it's kind of slow. But the Dragonfly fight is just generally slow anyway when you're playing with a 1x damage multiplier. Wolfgang would obviously make the fight go twice as fast as would having 2 or more people. So yeah, it's not too hard, not too fast either, but it gets the job done, and it's pretty easy to pull off. So yeah, yay, we did it! Box method is pretty good for new players, I guess. Well, I don't know, I'm not a new player, but I assume this helps. This second method is a bit more time consuming and is kind of hard to do with multiple people, but that is kiting Dragonfly. If you're doing this with multiple people, I would generally not worry about kiting and just kind of tank. But what I do like to do, if I'm specifically trying to kite Dragonfly, is build these nice boxes around each and every one of these lava ponds. This is kind of annoying and it takes a little bit of time, and if you can take a lot of overheating damage, but it makes the fight a lot easier as you don't have to deal with the lava. Technically, you could just combine the two methods and build a big box and kite on the inside, but you need to be near a path. You need to be near a path if you want to be able to kite Dragonfly. So yeah, stupid hounds, take this. This method will hopefully save you a lot of marble, but it will give you a lot of stone, or it will take a lot of stone, and will make you a little mad if you misplace your walls like I did. You do want to leave a bit of space between the walls and the lava ponds, because if you put the walls like right on top of the lava ponds, the lava can actually glitch inside of them and glitch out of them, which is just so awesome whenever you're fighting Dragonfly and you have to actually deal with one of the mechanics during the fight. Lava is so stupid. Really, if you're playing with a ton of people, you might be able to just overpower the lava and kill them when they spawn, but most people cannot do that. So yeah, just don't worry about that. If you're wondering about how to deal with the center pond while Dragonfly is still alive, Panflute. Anyways, matching up. Oh my god, I still have one. I thought I skipped the part of the footage where I finished. Bruh. Okay, now that you've actually finished, hey, look at that. Perfect amount of walls. Didn't have any left over. You're going to want to grab lesser materials than before. You're going to still want a handbat, a couple of log suits, which are made with a bunch of logs and a rope, and football helmets. And I'm not going to bother putting out all the images on screen, because you can just go back and watch the previous thing, or literally just go in-game, because none of these resources are too hard to amass. You're also going to want similar food, like maybe about 10 pierogi, let's say, and a couple of meatballs. Again, the meatballs are kind of just there. Might as well have them in case. But yeah, you probably won't need 10 pierogis, but it is very easy to lose your rhythm when kiting Dragonfly, and also it's just nice to have extra backup, and you might as well. If you're playing with multiple people, don't bother. Just tank, dude. Dragonfly gets knocked down if you do enough damage to her. With that said, you're also going to want to, of course, get a ton of football helmets. I only used about 3 football helmets and 3 log suits during this fight. But again, I am a really, really skilled Don't Starve player, and I'm actually probably one of the best by my personal listing. But you can also use Knight Armor and Ruins gear if you've somehow gotten that far and don't know how to beat Dragonfly. I know you're out there, Billy. I know you're struggling. It's okay, buddy. Anyways, yeah. What else can I say? You might want a walking cane, I guess, but you don't need it if you have a path. So yeah, you can do this with basic stuff. It's yeah. Dragonfly moves while attacking, so if you don't hit them enough times, they will hit you, which is why I don't really advise trying to kite whenever you're tanking her. But the way you do it is you simply count to 6 while attacking her and then walk away. Here, I'll demonstrate next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dodge. See, sometimes it doesn't always work because you need the path speed boost, and if you have too much speed boost, you might actually kite back into her. If you do it perfectly, she won't move at all, and you can continue using the path without running out of distance. But of course, not everything can go perfectly in this game. It's kind of weird though, if you like mess up an attack, or she takes a while getting to you somehow, and like you're not, you kind of like almost get this like sixth sense of knowing when she's about to attack. So you can hit her like maybe 4 or 5 times and still perfectly dodge. It comes with experience. But yeah, I do recommend kiting dragonflies. It is pretty fun, to be honest. But play Wolfgang or something, dude. This takes forever. You should also try and hit her as many times as you can while she's spawning lava. She will not really make any attempts to defend herself, so it's pretty much just some free damage. Although I would recommend only sticking to your path, as you don't want to be caught running away all the way back across the arena to your path while getting walloped on by dragonfly. Because remember, they attack while moving. I tried to do a little kite there, but it didn't really work. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to figure out how to kite her when she's coming back from her lava ponds is pretty difficult. If you were to put her to sleep though, like when she gets enraged, you're simply going to hit her 1 time and kite. Or 1 to 2, really whatever works, I guess. Just figure it out, dude. Some of the don't starve, like, look at that. I hit her 6 times and I kited and she still attacked me. See, you never really know what these bosses are thinking. However, even if they make some stupid decisions that end up being smart because they deal damage to you, you can still just heal and then tank. If you really, really struggle, like you're really out of your rhythm, just put them to sleep, heal up, and lock in. But yeah, it's pretty much the entire fight, I guess. Oh yeah, when she gets enraged, put her to sleep, and then hit her once, and then she'll attack, and you kite out the way. A lot of this fight is kind of just waiting for her to come attack, you know what I'm saying? Oh, check out this upcoming maneuver. So she's spawning dragonfly lava, right? And I boom dodge it without a path whenever she spawns in lava. I feel so impressed. I even do something stupid and it still works again. And then she just hits me anyway. But it was pretty cool for a minute. It's like playing Spy and you turn the corner and you see a pyre and you're like, okay, well I guess that was cool because I got a backstab and now I'm going to die. The TF tours, but no. But yeah, fight really isn't going to change much throughout this. This is a pretty simple boss when you really break it down like this. Let me break it down for you. Put it down, put it down, I kill Dragonfly a lot in most of my videos because I think they're a pretty easy boss and you can find them whenever. And I like to throw stupid strats at them, which might be my next video. I don't know if I'm going to stream more Terraria, but yeah. If you like this guide, then comment because that boosts the algorithm and I don't really care about likes. But like it if you liked it. And don't you dare even think about leaving a dislike. Leave a hate comment instead. Those are funnier to read. But yeah, if you have any additional tips, you can put them in a comment and I'll probably pin it. Because I want this guide to be as helpful as it can be. So if you have any hidden knowledge, feel free to share. We're all a community here. Except I'm like the upper level of the community. You guys are still the lower ones. Anyway, thank you for watching. Oh wait, hold on, her drops. I totally forgot about her drop. What do you get from killing Dragonfly, you might ask? Well, you get quite a few things actually. You get a couple of pieces of meat, which is, you know, whatever. Meat is always useful. You know, you can make the crockpot dishes I showed off in this video, which are pretty common. And you can also make more hambats, which I think is one of the best weapons in the game because it doesn't have durability. But of course, that's just my opinion. You also get a ton of nice rare gems, like all these yellow ones, these green ones, these purple ones, and these yellow and blue and orange. You get every type. What? I only got certain ones. But yeah. You can also have a rare chance to get something called the egg, but I'll explain what that does in a second. You get all these nice rare gems which you can take down the ruins, you get scales, you get gold nuggets, and you get meat. Which is wow. But the best part is the scales and the blueprint she drops, allowing you to craft a beautiful item called the Scaled Furnace. This is a campfire that is always on. It's not as bright, but it provides you infinite warmth during winter time, which is the best reason to fight Dragonfly, as it will make your winters way more manageable. Anyway, the egg contains a helpless baby lava. You can hatch and raise your... Wait, WX, what are you doing? No!